Welcome back into another episode of Weather Impact 101. I'm Weather Impact Meteorologist Avaionia Smith, and thank you so much for joining us on yet another Wednesday. And this Wednesday, we are making it rain. But before we make it rain, we're going to break down the different types of precip as well as rain coverage lingo. So what does that mean? Now, typically, you all are used to seeing a graphic like this, talking about the next chances of rain as we step through the week. Rain chances range from about 0 up to 100%, but normally you hear about a 20% chance of rain on your Thursday, a 40% chance of rain on Tuesday, and maybe even a 70% chance of rain on Monday. So does that mean it's going to rain 70% of the day? Sadly, that is not the case. So here's the breakdown. When we're talking about rain coverage, that means our entire viewing area. So we cover all of Central Texas and into the Brazos Valley. So most of the time you hear us say words like isolated, scattered, or widespread rainfall. So when we're talking more isolated coverage, we're talking about a 20% chance or less. So that means at least 20% of the entire viewing area could see a chance for some rainfall. Doesn't mean everyone, but we're going to hang on to that 20% when we're talking about isolated coverage. Now, when we get into scattered coverage, it ranges between about 40 to 60%. Now, more people have a greater chance of seeing rain outside of their front door. But again, it still doesn't include everyone. But you could be in that 40% and your neighbor across the street may not be. Now, when we're talking about widespread rainfall, it's more of a 80% chance or greater. So at that point, almost everyone in our viewing area can expect rain outside their front door on that day. But again, most of us and all of us need to carry our umbrellas, whether we're talking about an isolated chance for rain or a widespread chance for rain, because again, those showers could be outside your front door. And even with isolated activity, heavy downpours are possible, including the chance for scattered showers or thunderstorms. So always have your rain gear handy. And we mostly talk about rain, but there are different types of precipitation. But all types of precipitation do start with cold cloud tops at about 20,000 feet in the air. Now for rain, it's met with warm air all the way down to the surface, and that's how we see rain, because we have these ice crystals in the clouds at these cold levels, but they do melt when they meet warm air. So once it melts and then refreezes on contact at the surface, that's how you get freezing rain. So again, back to the cold cloud tops, warm air, it melts and then refreezes as it heads towards the surface is how you get sleet. So we have all these different types of precipitation because we have warm and cold air mixing in the upper levels. And for snow, that means you have cold air all the way from the cloud tops down to the surface is how you get snow. But I told you before, we're gonna make it rain. So now let's make it rain. And we actually are going to make it rain. Of course, we're not going to go outside and conjure up some clouds and make the rain fall down, but we can make rain if you are stuck at home on a rainy day. This would be a cool project to do with your kids, and you only need a few simple items. One is food coloring, whatever color that you may choose. You can get you some blue here. That's what I got to represent my rain. Some shaving cream here, just a generic dollar store brand is fine. And of course, you need a clear bucket filled with water. Now, the idea is you take the shaving cream and it is your cloud. So the shaving cream is going to represent your cloud. And of course, once you're doing this project with your kids, make sure that you're monitoring them because shaving cream can look like whipped cream. So you're going to give it a good shake and apply it to the top of your water. Bear with me here till we get our shaving cream out to form our cloud. And you can make your cloud as big or as small as you would like it to be, but you got to get enough on there so when you put your rain in, it will form through. So we're going to make us a big cloud here. Again, we're making it rain. Get your cloud as big as you would like it. And once it's to your desired size, you take your food coloring at that time and you just add a few drops right on top of your shaving cream, and then you wait for the process to make it rain, because when it rains, The clouds are filled with water molecules, and once those water molecules get very heavy, they fall to the ground, and you can already see the rain beginning to form. I'm going to lift it up just a little bit, and you see the rain coming down. So just something fun and easy and quick to do at home with the kids on a boring rainy day. It doesn't take much time at all. Again, your few simple ingredients include your food coloring, some shaving cream, a clear bucket filled with water, and you can have fun and make all the rain that you can. And there you have it. We have made it rain. Thank you all so much for tuning in to this episode of 6 News Weather Impact 101. You can ask us any questions about anything you want to see, any weather lingo you want us to break down. Just text it to our phone number at 254-777-6000, and we'll be happy to answer any questions and have your Weather Impact 101 on the way. Until next time.